This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with the world-renowned fashion model, the one and only Scarlett Begonias. Hello, Scarlett. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
Scarlett, doing so much better now that we are finally connected. And Scarlett, I want to know first and foremost, I just want to get any sort of preconceived notion people have about models. People
All
don't
right.
understand that to be a model, it takes not only focus and commitment, but acting and artistry. I want you to pull back the curtain a little bit for people. I want what it's like to be a full-time working model.
Well, it's definitely intense. And as you said, I think maybe people sometimes get the wrong idea and think that it's literally just like showing up and like taking a few pictures and hanging out and having fun. And it's actually a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You have to constantly be in the back of your mind thinking about how you can make yourself better, what you can do better, how you can improve. And those aren't just standard things where you're just thinking about like how you can physically improve. You're also thinking of how you can improve your range of emotion, how you can get better into getting into whatever character you're going to be that day, how you can bring more life into a shoot, and how you can improve upon what you've already been doing. So it's mentally and physically always a challenge to do better.
And people don't realize that, we're looking at a still image, but how do you you are the living, breathing vibration. How do you make it pop and move and pulsate? And that takes such a severe amount of focus.
It really does. It takes a lot. I always call it going into model mode because I don't know if it's just me, but I can be like on the way to a shoot and my life is frazzling me and everything has gone wrong. But the second that I step onto the set, the second that I'm in my makeup and my hair, I can really just push that away. Like it's not who I am anymore. I am just the person that I need to become that day. And I feel like that's something that I've really been kind of strengthening like a muscle as I go, because it's something that you practice a lot, but it's definitely something that can be a challenge at times, just like, separating yourself from what you have going on in your real life to put forth that emotion. Because if you get hired for a commercial and you had a really bad morning and your coffee pot didn't go off and I don't know what else, your car didn't start, whatever, they don't care. They don't want that emotion in their commercial. That's not what they're selling. They're not selling your broken car. They're trying to sell whatever they're selling, and you need to be able to bring a clean slate to everyone working with you. So that's definitely a challenge, but in a way it's a challenge that I embrace and enjoy, because I feel like it has really gotten me to be more expressive with my emotion. And the more that I can kind of play with it in the sense of the camera and myself, and also manipulating the space, because we're making a 2D image out of something 3D, it's fun for me in a way. It's kind of like photoshopping something with your mind.
I love that. Oh, I can see that as like a memoir title for you, Scarlett. Well, I Photoshop with my mind, but you do it in such a beautiful, relatable way too. I mean, obviously you're gorgeous, but that aside, as a director watching and just viewing all of your gorgeous photos that you have online, there's a vibration. I mean, obviously you have an it factor. I know you've been told that before. I am sure. Don't be humble. That's a yes.
Thank
But
you.
also, Scarlett, what you have again, it's that relatability, and I think it comes from the fact that you know how to. And when I speak with musicians, when I speak with people on Broadway, when I speak with amazing models like you're leaving the life at the door, and you're coming in as a vessel. And so I'm curious, how are you able to keep that sense of play vibrating in those maybe moments where you have to, I mean, obviously because you're a professional, Will, but are there any tricks that you have that maybe you could share?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's I'm not sure if it'll be a helpful trick to anyone other than me, because it might be only my weird brain that works this way, but something that I find really helps is that I really focus in on within myself that sense of imagination and like childlike wonder that you had when you were a kid, when you were making up games like we all did. We all were so creative and made up all these weird roles that we would never think of as an adult. And I always just try to like hone in on that part of myself over everything that I'm currently feeling in the moment, and just kind of lose myself in that. Because then once I kind of remember how it is to be that imaginative, that if you're having a bad day when you're a little kid, you can make up your whole other world in your mind. And I just do that same thing for myself. I really try to strengthen that imagination muscle, because I feel like it kind of is a muscle in a way. And I just try to push through it. And I kind of am like, like right now, all these things are affecting me in this current moment, but I can imagine that I am this part that I'm trying to be, and I can really just become that part. And for a while, I don't have to think about these other things that are going on. I can come back to this. And so that's kind of like my mental process getting into it. And at first, my brain always fights it. It's like, but you want to worry about the things that are going
Right,
on
the
right
doubt
now.
seeps in, the doubt, because that's the world talking, right? In Childlike
Yep.
Wonder, one of my favorite phrases, God bless America, you know, but the fact that you're able to tap into that, but that's also, as you know, Scarlett, that's also your craft. That takes
Right.
work. And that's so beautiful that you
Definitely.
still have that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, I think it's something that everyone can do though in their own way. You know, I think that we all probably express that creative sense of self differently. And for me, it's obviously kind of acting and modeling based. I think I was always putting on shows and like being kind of dramatic as a kid. So I feel like I just play
And now
into
you
that.
get paid for it.
Exactly. Yep. I always joke about that. I'm like, I literally get paid to do the things I was getting yelled at for when I was a kid, being
I think
dramatic,
everyone in show
climbing on
business,
furniture with shoes on.
I think everyone in show business feels like that. You know what I mean? We get paid to play. And how
Yep.
amazing is that?
It's pretty awesome.
Look at Scarlett. The audience can read more about you right below this video, and please do. Your socials are amazing, and everywhere from your website to your social, Scarlett. There's a light about you, and I'm thinking about the, you know, the young Scarletts out there who may want to go into show business, whether it's modeling or being a musician or just maybe expressing their art. What advice would you give to those young Scarletts out there who may not have the support, who may have those little doubt voices that we get in our heads sometimes, even now as professionals, those people in their lives telling them, do something stable, that, you know, being an artist is not attainable. What advice would you give them?
Well, that would definitely be something that I could relate to because I heard a lot of that growing up and I know how it feels. And I haven't had a lot of support always for my creative ventures. I've really had to accumulate that support myself as an adult by surrounding myself with people that value the things that I value and understand me and understand the things that I like. And I think I would just tell those people in those positions that honestly, if the people in your life don't support you and don't support your dreams, there are more people. I'm not saying
There it
you have to
is.
get rid of those people, but you can find more. You can find other people that do support you. There are so many people on this planet. And for so long, I felt like a weirdo in my little town because I was the only one who liked the things that I liked. And I was like, you know what? I don't think anybody else in the world likes this stuff. And now I have a huge network of friends across the world, not even just in this country, that are all supportive and awesome and like-minded and see value in the things that I do. And I'm just like looking back and wondering why I ever let the opinions of some people affect what I wanted to do. Like I would never do that now that I've met so many other people because I'm like, hey, if it's not for you, that's cool. We can still be friends, but like I'm gonna hang out with these people that like what I'm doing.
I feel like
So I feel like I would just let them know that like even if the support isn't there right now, don't give up on it. Don't feel like you're never gonna have that support. You have no idea where life is gonna take you and how many people you're gonna meet. It's gonna be completely different.
Scarlett, I want you to give a TED Talk one day. You are so inspirational. Again, it is so nice finally meeting you. I'm so happy you're coming on board this amazing new app where you're going to meet even more people all around the globe. And you're incredible. And I'm so grateful, Scarlett, that we're connected now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.